What is up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So right now I'm about to get into some more of this testimony. We get Kelsey Harris speaking to the DA and the prosecution in regards to the incident. This is part one. She describes the violent Kylie Jenner's household on the night of the incident back in July 2020, I do believe. So let's get to it. There's 3 parts. I'm gonna do all 3.
Did you go to Kylie's house with Meg?
Correct. She asked me to come with her.
Okay. Who else besides you and Meg went to Kylie's house?
In our party, our group, it was me, Megan, and her stylist, EJ King.
Okay. And then, do you remember about what time you got there?
I want to say around 6, 7 p.m. I believe that's the time we finally got there.
Okay. And so once you got there, what was everyone doing?
So once we got there, it was, I want to say maybe 6 people that Kylie already had present. Megan volunteered to cook nachos, and so she actually began to cook nachos, and we were all outside.
Damn.
Just interacting.
Tory is about to get to it, y'all.
Oh, there's a pool outside too, right?
There's a pool.
Okay. So, you guys were all hanging out. You said
Kylie
had maybe about 6 or so people there already at the house.
Correct. About to pull out the trifecta.
Yes. Well, I didn't know them until that night.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Even though she was messing
around
with the baby the night before.
No. Okay.
That incident.
6 people, if you remember.
So
that's crazy, right? You top blocking, but you just smashing another dude.
Faye or Phi.
You're listening to Street TV.
Well, the other guy, I can't remember his name. There was a female friend of hers, Kris Jenner's husband or boyfriend, Odell Beckham, and Odell Beckham's friend. Actually, 9 people, and then a guy.
Jotting down everything.
What's his name? Their sons to a celebrity was 2, so 9 people.
Okay. So everyone's hanging out. Sounds like everyone's having fun. People were drinking.
Yes.
Okay. And then what goes on as the night carries on?
So, we were playing beer pong, having a great time. Played, she has a basketball court out there also. We played basketball. Megan was cooking. She came out, and she was just like, oh, y'all are having fun without me. And we were like, well, come join us, And so she joined us. We were all enjoying ourselves. Of course, we ended up into the pool, having fun, enjoying ourselves from there. Everybody's still having fun, drinking, consuming alcohol.
You're listening to Street TV.
That's kind of when the night just began to, I guess, go left a little.
Okay. And when you say go left, what do you mean?
So it was a point of time where I lost my conscience, and due to the alcohol consumption.
Do you know? I mean, it's hard to say because you're losing consciousness, but do you remember about what time it was?
We weren't following with the time, honestly. We weren't following up with the time. We were having a great time.
Did you get a sense of how long you'd probably at least been there before you started, maybe kind of losing out on?
I would say about
3-4 hours.
Maybe 10, 11, somewhere around there. I'll say that. That's not, I don't know how accurate that is. So by the time I came back to my senses, Tory's now here, but everybody's gone. Everybody's gone, and so now it's just me, Megan, Tory, EJ, the stylist, and Kylie, of course.
Do you have any sense of what time it was when you came to?
No, again, I wasn't following up with the time.
But you were like awake and lucid when Tory showed up?
When Tory, I wasn't there, like I didn't know when Tory showed up. I can't tell you what time Tory showed up. To my knowledge, Megan called a few people on FaceTime and asked him to come over.
When you kind of came to, though, you saw him there, how were you feeling there at that point? As far as
I was aware. Okay. I was okay.
Okay.
So now we're still in the pool. It's Kylie, Tory, and Megan.
He didn't even spell her name. He put Kylie.
I'm actually in the hot tub at this
Kylie
point.
Jenner.
I believe that was a hot tub. I can't remember if that was a hot tub or just a smaller pool she has. EJ is sitting She has like a cabana style setup. He's sitting over there on his phone, so we're all just kind of just minding our business. You can hear at the end of the pool, Megan is just like laughing uncontrollably. And it wasn't normal. I never heard her laugh like this, so you can kind of tell something was wrong. Tory did call for my name, and I acted like I didn't hear it. And Megan, Megan was like, no, come back. I heard that, but Tory was going between Megan and Kylie, and EJ said, Kelsey, it's time to go. Like, let's go. It's getting late. The alcohol consumption, it's time to go. So I said, okay, I told Megan, hey, let's go. And she didn't want to leave. So I just went upstairs.
She didn't want to leave because she was being a cock block. Because Tory and Kylie
led us to a
was about to get to it.
Change and hang out and sleep or whatever. So I went upstairs to pack our suitcases. They were already packed. EJ had packed them. So I put my, it's like a pajama set on. It's a top and a bottom. So I put my set on. I came back downstairs. I loaded EJ's vehicle, who we rode with. I loaded his vehicle with our suitcases, and
She loaded the vehicle with the suitcases, right? So then she will have knowledge of whose gun that was found within the suitcases if she loaded the suitcases.
At that point, I went back in. She wasn't ready to go, so me and EJ stayed outside. I sat inside of the car with Tory security.
Do you know that guy's name?
Quan.
Okay. Now he was security. Was he also basically Tory's driver too?
Tory's security driver friend. Kind of just playing all of the roles, right?
Did you know him
Jack of all
before?
trades.
Quan?
I honestly had never met Quan.
Okay, that was the first time.
That was my first time meeting Quan.
Did you know, was he local to LA or did he travel with Tory? Do you know?
I know he didn't travel with Tory because, like I said, that was my first time meeting him. I don't know when Quan came in or how long they've been acquainted, or he was just there for that night. I can't tell you.
So he had a separate car.
Tory had a separate car.
And that's the car you got into?
That's the car I got into. I sat in the front seat. Quan sat in his driver's seat. And I was actually on FaceTime with my sister, and we were talking, and, just kind of one of those things like, girl, I can't believe we're here. We used to watch this growing up.
Yeah.
So, we're talking regular talk. And then so EJ says, Kelsey, tell Megan it's time to go. Her wig is coming off of her head. So at that point, it's like, okay, no, we have to go because her appearance isn't, it's not holding up correctly.
Yeah.
So I went inside and I said, Megan, let's go. She didn't even know her wig was coming off. And I said, your wig. So that made her come on and get up out the pool. So Tory stayed in with Kylie. So we come outside. This time, we're making our plans to leave. I guess at some point she tells EJ, no, Tory's taking us home. So they transferred the luggage from EJ's car to Tory's car. And so once they did that, Megan jumped in the front seat. Now Quan's driving, and I'm in the back seat behind Megan.
And EJ just drives off in his own car, right?
Not just yet. So I want to be clear and make sure I'm not losing my. Okay, so once we do that, Megan, she tells Quan to get Tory, it's time to go. So Quan goes in to grab Tory. We stay in the car. Tory comes out and he's like, "No, take them home."
Yeah, because he was about to take down Kylie.
Right,
That's what that was. He said, "No, take him home." Yep, that no take him home. That's exactly what that was about. He was about to take down Kylie, and then Meg probably picked up on it, got jealous, and started cop blocking, picked an argument, and it spiraled out of control from there. But as you said, y'all wasn't in a relationship. Which you lied about that too. No, we never. We wasn't in a relationship. We didn't have sex. So why was you cock blocking?
Tory didn't want to get into
Tory didn't want to get in the
Did he
car.
seem upset at all?
It wasn't that he was upset. I think he wasn't upset. He just he did not want to get in the car. He didn't want to get in the car with us. Like I said, at that point, I'm not aware of why.
But soon you were. All right, let's get to let's go to the next part.
Me, Quan, and Megan. So we leave. EJ follows out behind us. He goes home because there's no reason for him to follow us. He's going home. So as we're leaving, Megan is still doing this laugh. I'm kind of just in the back seat, just like, I don't know, just in the back seat. And then I guess she realizes that she had left a slipper, a Louis Vuitton slide that she wears. And so she demanded Quan to take us back to Kylie's.
Nah, that was some bullshit.
We pull up to Kylie's house and everybody's kind of confused. Her security guards are outside, probably like 6 security guards.
Talking about Kylie's security guard.
Yeah, Kylie don't play. They probably like, what these mofos doing doubling back?
And he calls to see if it's okay. We come back and they let us in.
You're listening to Street
So
TV.
once they let us in, Megan jumps out the vehicle. I stay in the vehicle. Quan follows behind Megan, so it's just me at this point.
Oh, Quan actually gets out of the car with Meg.
Right.
Okay.
So they're inside. It's for a little moment. Then immediately they rush out. Everybody rushes out.
Who's everybody? Okay.
Tory, Quan, Megan. Kylie, she comes out, but she stays on her porch or her door entry. So Megan jumps back in the front seat. Tory gets in the car, which is now he's behind Quan. He's behind the driver. I'm still behind the front passenger. And Megan says, sorry, I got to cuss, but she says, bitch. Kylie said, we got to get the fuck out of here. And I was like, what? What? Like,
yeah, because you went back and did some bullshit. And Kylie's probably like, you fucking with me and what Tory is about to get into. So that probably exacerbated the situation.
why? And so Quan was like, they were in their
You're
argument.
listening to Street TV.
I guess Tory and Megan. And so what they were arguing about, I don't know. So it was kind of like.
So, like I said before, she initiated the entire situation. And then you throw on top of alcohol. Tory was there for Kylie. Kylie and Tory is about to get to it. Because I believe Kylie was on quarantine and then she wanted to link up with him. And then for what they were saying in the court or whatever, or should I say, what they were saying is Tory was trying to get to it, and I'm pretty sure Kylie was entertaining it, and then Meg came back and fucked the whole situation up.
Oh, okay. And now we're leaving.
And so Megan's in the front, Quan's driving, you're in the back seat behind Quan.
Megan.
Or behind Megan, and Tory's behind Quan.
Correct.
Okay.
So we're leaving. We're driving, going down the road. Megan is laughing still. It's like an uncontrollable laugh. And just out of curiosity, I want to know what's funny. So I'm like, what is funny? Like, what is going on? And Tory, that's when Tory butts in, and he's like, yeah, Megan, why don't you tell your best friend what's so funny? Why don't you tell her how fake you are? And so I'm confused because this was random. And so I said, what? Like, what are you talking about? And Megan's like, Kelsey, don't listen to him. He's just trying to make you mad. And so...
Manipulative, narcissistic behavior, one-on-one.
I'm like, what are you talking about, And, next thing you know, the arguing, began with Tory and Megan. They're arguing, they're taking jabs at each other. He's calling her out her name. He's calling her, I've never heard him speak like this, so.
The stuff he was saying?
I can't honestly recall, verbatim. He was definitely calling her, bitches and hoes and So,
Even
you know,
past
I
on the
stepped in
energy,
and I said, you know, you're not going to talk
industry,
to my
yada
friend like
yada.
that, you know, like, I don't care what y'all got going on, but you're not going to talk to her like that in front of me. So he got offended, and now me and him are arguing. And we're taking, you know, honestly, when I argue, I can say things that are hurtful too. So he was saying mean things, so I was saying mean things back to him. And
Do you remember any of the exchange?
I'm about to get to what I do remember. He began to say, you know, I'm from, like, he just started like, I'm from Canada, like, basically, I guess insinuating that they're gangsters or something. I don't know. I'm from Canada, my nigga. Like, do you know? And I'm like, okay, and like, so, you know, now we're just going back and forth. It's like I'm going back and forth with him. He's going back and forth with Megan.
That nigga was hot. He was trying to get into the gender cheeks, and they fucked it up with they bullshit.
So, he reached, like he was going to grab something. He reached towards the middle console, but he never pulled anything out.
Now, can you describe the middle console on the car? There's like I assume like some type of flat cover or lid.
Correct.
And then when he reached towards it, you just saw what? His hand moving?
Yeah, it was just a motion that he reached. He never opened it or, you know, so it was just a motion. So I was like, okay, and if you shoot me, then I guess it's my time to go. Like, you know, like, and if you shoot me, just know I have people who will ride behind me, you know, in my support, you know. And he's like, you know, he's just talking mess still, him and Megan, me and him. So then Megan, I guess we're on Sunset Boulevard at this time.
Hold on. Did he threaten that he was going to shoot you, or did you assume that he was going to shoot you because he was reaching toward the middle console? And if so, how would you know that there's a pistol in the middle console? Unless she went through the middle console prior to them getting back into the car. Because remember, she was alone in the car for a minute. So let's go back.
Will ride behind me, you know, in my support. Just a motion that he reached, pulled anything out. He's going back and forth with Megan. He said, my nigga, I'll shoot you.
Oh.
And so.
Okay, so he did. My nigga, yeah. Tory, buddy. You wildin', so.
He said that to you?
He said that to me. So he reached, like he was going to grab something. He reached towards the middle console, but he never pulled anything out.
Now, can you describe the middle console?
Ain't no excuse for you being drunk, but you don't say no shit like that to nobody. You was wildin'. The whole situation is unfortunate. You got a woman that got hit in her foot. You got a dude that's about to do some serious time, depending on what they charge him with. All of this because of some stupid shit. People being in their feelings about a situation. And that situation being exacerbated out of control.
The car? There's like I assume like some type of flat cover or lid.
Correct.
And then when he reached towards it, you just saw what? His hand moving?
Yeah, it was just a motion that he reached. He never opened it or, you know, so it was just a motion. So I was like, okay, and if you shoot me, then I guess it's my time to go. Like, you know, like, and if you shoot me, just know I have people who will ride behind me, you know, in my support, you know. And he's like, you know, he's just talking mess still, him and Megan, me and him. So then Megan, I guess we're on Sunset Boulevard at this time. Megan demands for, sorry, that's my.
Your ring.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Megan demands for Quan to pull the vehicle over. So we pull over, and we're actually by a bus stop.
She was about to get on the LA Transit. Yeah.
Megan jumps out the vehicle. Tory follows behind her. Quan stays in. I stay in because it's just like we're in the middle of a road. Like we're just arguing. This is, you know. So Tory and Megan, they sit at the bus stop. They have, I don't know what conversation they had. A conversation.
Yeah. This situation is stupid to me. Meg caused this entire situation to happen. Tory wilded out. And everybody is to blame in this situation, but the person that got this shit kicked off was Meg because she was feeling some type of way about Tory interacting with Kylie, cause based on what she said in these two parts, her and Meg had already left the house. Tory had sent them on their way, and then they doubled back to go pick up a shoe, which is bullshit. Which I'm pretty sure in the testimony they not even gonna mention if she recovered her shoe or not. That was just an excuse to get back over there. Kylie kicked them out because Kylie was annoyed because Kylie and Tory was about to get to it. Meg came back, probably said, "Oh, you know, me and Tory, we got something going on." So, and then when Kylie probably heard that, she probably looked at him, looked at her, was like, "I'm not supposed to deal with this. Get off my property and go about y'all way." Tory feeling some type of way, like you have fucked up my trifecta, and then it spiraled from there.
Like but when they got back in the vehicle, it was.
Yeah. Even in this version, she left the light out. And how did Tory reach for a center console if he was sitting in the back seat with her and Meg was up front? Well, she said he leaned up. She said Tory was sitting behind Quan, which is the driver. The middle console is right here. Meg's in the front. Kelsey's right here. He could have leaned up like that. No, but she said that he said, "I'll shoot you." Yeah, that's what she said. Because I had to rewind that too, because I didn't hear the whole thing. But I'm going to do part 3. I'm going to pause it. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to pause it right here and then change the battery because the battery about to die. So, yeah. Alrighty then. So I'm pause it.
I get out,
Alright,
out of my
to,
side,
3.
and no sooner do you know, you start hearing gunshots going off. I look up about it was 5 gunshots. I look up maybe at the second and third gunshot. That's when I look up,
to Street
and
TV.
you see Tory. He's now in the front seat. I guess he must have jumped over. It was very smooth transition because we didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
Whoa. If Meg is in the front seat, Tory is behind Quan, and Kelsey is behind Megan, how did he jump into the front seat? That don't make sense unless she's saying Meg was out the car, Tory jumped into the front seat, and then I guess grabbed a weapon from somewhere and started shooting. Something had to have been left out. That don't make sense.
And he's leaning over, the door is open, and he's leaning over like the door window.
Which door? Is it the rear
right,
door?
the front right. So where Megan was sitting.
Okay, so his door's open in the
My
driver's side.
My door's open in the back, and the front door is open to where Megan got out.
So I'm guessing Megan got
Both
out,
doors on the passenger side.
and then he
open,
jumped into the
correct.
front,
So-
grabbed the gun.
Is he shooting
I
through the
don't-
window or over the top of the
No,
door?
he's shooting over the top
Okay.
of the door. So
And over the top of the door would be the rear passenger door?
the right
The
front
passenger.
Okay.
passenger. So again, as I said, he must have jumped, or I don't know how he did it because it was very small. I mean, very smooth. And he was leaning over the front passenger door, and she was shooting the gun.
Where were you standing at this point?
At this point, I'm standing kind of like my body's still like to the side behind the door, the rear passenger door. So I would say like my left side was the rear passenger, and my right side was kind of like this. Like this is the door, and I'm.
So what I think, I think what happened is they cut it down some, so some stuff is left out because what was talked about previously
Are you
up
still
until
partially
now,
in the
that
car?
seems like a strange
No, I'm out of the
sequence
vehicle.
of events.
I'm out of the vehicle. I'm just not around my door yet.
Yeah.
And
So
do you know where's Megan?
So I was about to speak on Megan. So she was walking away when this happened, but by the third, fourth shot, and by the time I look up, she's facing
You're
towards
listening to
us.
Street TV.
And I've described it like a deer in headlights. I'm short. I'm 4'11". The vehicle is kind of a little raised up, higher than me, so I can't really see. I can only see from her chest up. That's all I can see. But the way Tory was angling the gun is kind of like, it wasn't like straight. It was like, down.
It was down in her direction? In Megan's
Definitely in her direction. Yeah, definitely in her direction.
And that's what people was saying right there, where she said, definitely down her direction in the air. Either it was down or it was in the air. It can't be both. And that's what people were saying. I think that's what people were saying right there. But this don't look good on this part. If he did do it, throw the book at him. If he didn't do it, free him. But based off of what I'm hearing from this now, is leaning more towards he actually did it over he didn't do it. But the only thing that's still confusing to me is why she get that immunity deal, unless of course there's something she was trying to hide from coming up in court. That's probably one of the only things that's still confusing about the entire situation.
At that point, we kind of were in shock,
Did you hear him say anything as he was shooting?
He did not say anything.
Okay.
There was no words at that point,
That dance bitch dance shit was
everybody was
bullshit.
Okay, so he wasn't.
He wasn't
part
even
of it.
at this point right here. He wasn't part of this. What I'm about to get into next, I can't tell you guys where Tory pulled the gun from. Like I said, the motion when he first threatened me was middle console, but I don't know if that's where the gun was.
But you had said he referenced like shooting y'all earlier while you're in the car, right?
He threatened to shoot me.
As if he had a gun
Correct.
in his control somewhere.
Correct.
Okay.
And so after the shots rang, it was like I said, 5 shots. We kind of froze, and by the time I get back into I snapped.
Okay, so this testimony is leaving out a whole bunch. Is leaving out the fight between her and Meg. Is also leaving out the gunfire that was exchanged by her towards Meg. So I don't know. This whole situation is crazy to me. Because even when she's detailing what's going on, it's still leaving out a whole lot. Because the dude, what was the dude named Kelly? He said he saw 2 females fighting and then muzzle flash between them. And then he said he saw another muzzle flash. So I think both Tory and Kelsey at one point or another had control of the gun and both fired shots. One of them fired in the air and one of them fired at Meg. But they pinned it all on Tory. But they're still leaving a whole bunch of stuff out. Because it's like, why would you take an immunity deal if you could just get up there and say, oh, he shot her, he did X, Y, and Z in court? But from what the people that was at court was saying, she didn't say any of that. She was saying, oh, I couldn't recall, and what I said in that testimony was a lie. So that's another thing. It's like you have 2 unreliable witnesses, and then you have the witness on the defense side meeting with the prosecution days before, which is also kind of strange too. Give me 1 second. Yeah. But I think he's going to appeal, and we'll see what happens. But I still think he's going to do some time, and then he's going to get deported.
Megan had either crawled or walked or limped over to, she's in a driveway. She's in a driveway on the side of the driver's side. She's in a driveway. Tory sits down.
In the front passenger seat?
In the front passenger seat.
Okay.
He's sitting. I guess just kind of shocked also. So I run over to her. I immediately ran to her. You know, she's the forefront of my thoughts. My job as a friend in general is just like naturally is to protect my friend, protect. So now I'm in defense mode on the behalf of Megan. I ran to her.
On my fucking nerves. They
She's
don't
on
be
the
having
floor.
shit that you need.
I never looked at her feet. I never really just got to look at her. I just know
You're
when
listening to Street
I
TV.
ran to her and she grabbed me. She had blood. So in my head, she had got shot because shots just went off and she's bleeding. That's what I think. So I see Tory coming around the vehicle. It's dark, lights are flat, hitting him. It's almost like a scary scene. So again, I'm in defense mode. I see him coming around the vehicle, and in my head, I'm thinking he's about to come over here and attack us.
Do you see whether or not when he's coming around the vehicle if he still has the gun?
I don't believe he had the gun.
Okay.
So like I said, I just thought he was coming over to attack us. So I stepped in between where he was coming to where Megan was. And at that point, that's when the assault between me and him happened. He assaulted me. And Quan then he just comes and he picks me up like a little doll. And he's like, Kelsey, they do this all the time. And I said, huh? She's bleeding. She's been shot. I don't know if y'all know she's shot. By that time, he's already to where Megan's at. So,
They do this all the time, so they put their hands on each other or they argue a lot.
I don't know what goes on in that driveway.
Who comes towards Megan? Is that Quan or Tory?
So initially, Tory comes,
Yeah.
and that's where I stepped in, and we had an altercation. He physically assaulted me, and then Quan came and separated him from
What
me.
exactly did he do when he was assaulting you? Remember?
I mean, everything. My adrenaline was so high. I don't know if he was hitting me with a closed fist or slapping me. It was a physical altercation.
Were you wearing a necklace that night?
I was, and I'm gonna go to that part too. Now Tory's in the driveway with Megan. Quan is holding me. Like I said, he's big. He just picked me up and said, "They do this all the time, Kelsey." And I said, "Huh? No, like she's bleeding. She's been shot, to my knowledge." And so I'm still in defense mode. I'm still in, I gotta
You're
protect her.
listening to Street TV.
So I look up and I see the vehicle is in the middle of the road and it's on. The door is open. So my initial reaction is to cause a distraction, and I jumped into the vehicle and I threw it in jerk, and it worked.
What does that mean?
I just jerked it, made it move,
Okay.
made it move just to get him away from Megan. Because in my head I'm thinking he's over here gonna just attack.
So you got in the driver's seat of the car and moved it
and
a
I
little
jerked. I made it jerk.
Okay.
I didn't even move it. Didn't even drive or anything. I just made it jerk.
Okay.
And so when I did that, it did exactly what I needed it to do, get Tory away from Megan. And so I don't know how he got to the vehicle. I don't know if he ran or walked, but he got to me really quick. And that's when he started pulling me by my hair. He was pulling me by my hair really hard. And again, I wasn't afraid for my life when the incident was going on with Megan. I was in defense mode. But then I became afraid for my life when he started pulling my hair and my neck because it was really, really hard. That's when the necklace.
When you said he pulled on your neck, what do you mean?
He was almost I didn't lose my breath, so I wouldn't say choking, but he was pulling my neck and my hair. And then so here comes Quan again. Quan he's in between us, but Tory has a good grip. He's not letting go. So it's kind of like tug of war at this point with my head and body, and I'm scared. And I kind of dumb myself down just to
This shit is crazy.
get him to let me go. And I said, Tory, what are we doing? What are we doing? And when I said that, he released. He let go. And so now Megan is standing. We're all standing at the front driver door.
Did you see how Megan got to the front driver door?
I can't.
I bet when the jury heard this in court, that
I
guy's a
can't
monster,
tell you,
throw
but
him
she was
away.
there. She was standing at the front driver door, and Quan, they're just get in the car. We didn't have a pushback about getting in the car because we're in the middle of nowhere. at this point, we don't know what to do. We honestly didn't even think about calling 9.
Alright, I heard enough. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. So why even answer Tory jail call if he just did all this to you in your bed? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of this don't make sense. You saying all this and then you was just on the phone with him, and then when you get to court you said you lied about what happened. I feel so bad. This doesn't even make sense. This is disgusting. She had to recant this due to the witness statement of her fighting Meg before the going off. They really set them in. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, the stories don't match up. So this is why I believe if he appeals, he might end up winning his appeal, because the consistency of the stories ain't matching up, and then you get in court and said you lied. So I don't know. This shit is crazy. But one thing I can say is they all had a role in a situation and the way it played out. And it's unfortunate that, you know, everybody involved is suffering ridicule because of the situation. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Be sure to drop a like in the comment below, and until the next one, peace.
Visions in my head be like crazy, always crazy, crazy, crazy. Whoa, 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 baby, so crazy, so crazy. Visions in my head be like crazy, always crazy, crazy, crazy. Visions in my head be like crazy, always crazy, crazy, crazy. Visions in my head be like crazy, crazy.